Hi everyone, this is Robbie with Warriorspirit-teachings, and today I want to talk with you a little bit about my favorite spiritual healing tools. As always, I'd like to start off with a little prayer for all of us. Just going to light a little bit of sage. Thank you, Tankashala. Thank you, Tankashala, for this beautiful day, for all of my family, my friends, my experiences. Thank you, Tankashala, for all the people that I've joined in today. Pray that you bless their lives, look out for them, protect them, help them to be happy and to live the best lives that they can, and help them in any areas that they're struggling. Pray, Tankashala, that you will help to raise the energy of the planet, to help protect all of us, and to help us to get through everything that we're going through at this time, globally and in our own personal lives. Thank you, Tankashala, for everything. Matakyo Yase. Just going to put this out real quick here. All right, so I should do a little disclaimer. If you hear any noises, it's my little dog Stanley. He's behind the camera, so hopefully he just lays there and he doesn't decide to disturb my tripod and everything comes flying down. So let's set that there. All right. So yeah, I just want to share some of my favorite spiritual healing tools with you. So, I'm going to start off with sage. Sage is amazing. So the sage that I use that I just smudged with is some local stuff that I have here. This is from the Black Hills in South Dakota, and I should put this up there, I'm not sure. But yeah, this stuff is like a green silver sage, and like I said, it comes from the Black Hills, and this stuff is just so amazing. It smells really great. It has kind of like a mellow, sweet smell. Yeah, and so us Lakota people, we've used it for generations to clear the space, to push away negative energies, and to just create like harmony and balance within the space again. So, since sage has a pretty pungent smell, that's the easy way to remember it is sage is used for clearing and pushing away negativity. So with that pungent smell, it pushes those negative energies or spirits away. So that's this stuff here. All right, and so the next type of sage I want to share with you guys is called white sage. You might be familiar with it. This actually comes from Southern California, can come from Baja or Mexico. So as you can notice, it's actually a lot bigger than the local sage I have here. As far as the leaves, it's probably like 4 times bigger. This sage has, does the same type of thing. You'd want to use it for cleansing a space, clearing out energy, but this has a more, I'd say a more pungent smell. It's not as sweet as the Black Hill sage. It almost kind of smells kind of like woody, like when you burn wood, in my opinion. So it's a little bit different, but it's amazing. It's a beautiful plant for sure. So this is a good one to use too. And then the next type of plant, you know, that you could use to pray with this is called Palo Santo. So if you notice the dark tip, it's because I've already used it, but it's actually, Palo Santo is a tree. And so this is the bark from it. And Palo Santo actually stands for holy wood or sacred wood. So this one has a totally different smell than sage. It's sweeter and it's a lot more fragrant. I'd say it's like maybe like herbal smelling, and it's actually in the same family as myrrh and frankincense. So if you've smelled either one of those, it's kind of similar to that, yet it's different. I'd say it's kind of more sweet, has a more like, it's like frankincense, but if you added like maybe some vanilla smell to it, that's what I would say. But yeah, this one comes from South America, from Peru or Ecuador. So that is some Palo Santo, and it does the same types of things as sage does. So it's for clearing a space, getting rid of that negative, nasty energy, you know, or to change, you know, if you have a really bad mood, a really bad day at work, you know, sage, get all that nasty energy off of you. So it's good always to smudge yourself with any of these, to smudge yourself. Like, you know, you can start from your head, you're like your crown chakra, and kind of work your way down all the way to the floor. And that's how I do that. I kind of just, you know, pray like this and kind of waft it over, and then kind of like move around in circles and kind of move it all the way around me and all the way to the floor. So that's what I do is sorry, I just dropped this, but that's what I do to just make sure and just smudge and clear my whole entire like energetic body when I'm feeling really off kilter. So that's a good thing to do. And then when you're saging a home, you know, you want to always make sure and go clockwise around, and then make sure you always go right along, you know, all of the corners of your room or like your house. And then just, you know, carry a little, like a good bundle, a good chunk of sage with you as you go. And, you know, carry your lighter because, you know, sometimes it likes to go out. So yeah, and then just keep going and, you know, smudge along the lines of the walls and go into the corners too. And then keep going all the way around your house or your room or wherever it is that you're trying to, you know, raise the energy. So you want to always make sure and get into those corners though, as much as you can, because that's actually where negative energy likes to hang out, is in those dark, secluded little areas. So push them out. So yeah, that's that. And then another little guy that I really love is Sweetgrass. And this stuff smells so amazing. I'm actually going to light some right now. So Sweetgrass, this stuff is beautiful. It smells like sweet grass. If you can imagine, it kind of smells like grass, but then it's, you know, it honestly reminds me of kind of like a hay field. Like if you've ever been out in the hay field and you've smelled like kind of that sweet hay smell, that's kind of what it reminds me of. It doesn't stay lit very well, but Sweetgrass is used by the Lakota people to bring in positive energy, to bring in positive spirits like your ancestors, your relatives. And so this is used to like bring, you know, you use the sage to push away all negativity, and then this one is to bring in all the positive energy. So you can create a nice warm, happy, inviting atmosphere into your home. I just love the way this stuff smells, so it's pretty awesome. Set this guy over here so it doesn't burn my desk. Okay, so those are some herbs for you. So, and that's how to use those. So the next thing I want to go into as far as amazing healing spiritual tools would be some stones, crystals. There's all types of different rocks, as you know, all different colors, but I'm going to just cover a couple of the colors here just to keep it kind of nice and short. I think down the road I'll actually go into a whole video talking about crystals, because there's different there's different types of crystals and there's different colors, and they represent different things. They have different healing properties to them, if you will. So this one is a Snowflake Obsidian, and it's black, as you can tell, and it has little white flakes in it, and that's why it gets its name, Snowflake Obsidian. This is probably my favorite crystal. I just love like how big and heavy it is. There's some places that are like, you know, this is the raw form, so it's kind of, if you can kind of see, it's like naturally really smooth and slick there. And then some of it is, you know, just raw, like just cut and shaved off, you know, it's not really nice and pretty or anything like that. So anyways, I just really love this guy. And this one, Snowflake Obsidian, is used for removing negative energy. So the black rocks, a good rule of thumb for black stones is they absorb any negative energy that you're carrying or in the atmosphere. So that's a good way to think about black rocks. So any type of black rock, it will absorb. So, you know, I have this, and then I have a couple Apache Tears. These are also really amazing stones. These ones, Apache Tears, come in black, kind of a charcoal gray, and kind of a lightish brown. So they can kind of vary, but they're an obsidian and they're that dark black color. And so this is the same type of quality of spiritual healing, if you will. This will help remove toxic energies. So, and they both have their own traits. So Apache Tear is amazing for removing negative emotions, especially if somebody is going through a really hard time and has a lot of grief or like a broken heart. This is amazing at helping to remove those harsh energies from your heart center. And so, you know, you can have it and carry it around in these little stones like this, and, you know, put them in your pocket or just put them on your desk or something. But it's really great to actually have them close to your heart. So, you know, maybe getting a necklace and getting an Apache Tear pendant or something like that would be really good. And then the Snowflake Obsidian, this one, of course, is great at removing negative energy, but it also helps with like clarity of the mind and clarity of the emotions. So it helps, you know, absorb and transmute all those negative emotions. It also helps with, it's on the tip of my tongue, I was just gonna say it. Negative emotions, removes toxic energy, helps with clarity. Oh, and then it also, if you're going through like a time of isolation, you know, just a time when you're alone a lot, you know, maybe say you move to a new town or something like that, and you just haven't, you know, rebuilt and, you know, met new people and stuff in your life, and you're just kind of alone, you know, a lone wolf like I am a lot of the times. Like this is really great for helping you to actually welcome the change of welcome the change of isolation. So what I was trying to say is it kind of like transmutes, like changes the fear and the worry and the insecurity of being alone, because a lot of times that's why people don't like to be alone, because it's kind of a shock to the system. Like, humans are naturally like social creatures, and so sometimes it really is hard for people to be alone, and this helps just ease that and helps you to actually be change it into being empowered instead of being fearful of being alone. So that's really great. And then, all right, so we'll move on. So this guy right here is a selenite plate, but kind of see that there. But yeah, white stones or white crystals. So white is actually does the opposite of black stones. It actually reflects and pushes away negative energy. So the dark stones absorb it, and this one actually reflects it or pushes it away. So, selenite is an amazing stone. And the reason I have this selenite plate is because this actually helps to cleanse other stones. So you can just, I'm not going to get into how you clear stones. I'll probably do that in my next video. But just real quick, like a selenite plate. So say you've been using, this is an ocean jasper. Say I've been using this a lot, right? Been holding and carrying on to it a lot. And so I'm ready to cleanse it. All you do is you just place it on this and just let it sit there like overnight or throughout the day, for quite a few hours. And then this little selenite plate will actually cleanse and charge this. So anyways, selenite, gosh, there's so many different white crystals out there. There's white quartz, and all of these are just powerhouse energy clearers. So there's that. And then the next color, this one, I don't know if you can really see it, but it's pink. This is a rose quartz. And so pink colors typically relate to the heart chakra. And so this rose quartz is amazing at opening up your heart chakra. So say you've been through, a traumatic time. Say you just got out of a bad relationship and you are a little bit closed down, a little heartbroken, a little jaded, and, it's been a little while and you need a little oomph to like help you open up your heart chakra again to be able to love and just express love, And that doesn't mean you like even to the capacity of getting into another relationship. It's always important to have your heart chakra open just on a daily basis, because that's where your warmth, your care, and your compassion and your humanity comes from, is your heart space. So rose quartzes are amazing to have, keep that heart chakra open and in balance. So there's that. All right, so a little bit of herbs, a little bit of crystals, and then my next little healing tool that I like to use a lot is essential oils. So when you're using essential oils, you want to always make sure that it's 100% pure. There are many different essential oil brands out there on the market, and unfortunately a lot of them, they have a part of the essential oil from the plant, and then the rest of it, unfortunately, is synthetic filler or a synthetic oil. So synthetic means made in a lab. It's not organic. It's not good for you. So you want to always make sure and go with the brand that has 100% pure essential oil. That means it's 100% from the plant, and it's not going to hurt or harm you. So, because those oils that have the synthetics in them are really carcinogenic or can cause cancer and different types of, things like flare-up asthma, different things when they're diffused into the air. And then, of course, it's really bad when you put it on your skin, because, our skin is our largest organ, and, we suck up essential oils or anything on our skin within I think it's 20 or 30 seconds. And then it only takes about 30 minutes for the oil to get circulated throughout your whole body and actually starts affecting your body, the organs, your blood, the cells. So you just want to really make sure. The company that I use personally is Doterra. I love them. I love their company. I love what they stand for. I love that they're so involved with different just different projects to help humanity. They have this thing called Healing Hands, and they help against sex trafficking, help try to bust those things and try to help people to get home and get out of the sex trade. They have all different types of humanitarian types of things. In third world countries, they'll help them get water, help build schools, help build clinics, things like that. So, I guess I could go on on that for a little while, but I'll just take my advice. They're a good company, good people. So anyway, this is my go-to oil. I use this every morning and every night. And if I'm super stressed out in the day, I'll use it again in the day. So this is Lavender Essential Oil, and it's in a roller bottle. So, it just smells amazing. It smells just like the lavender, flowers. If you're out there walking in the lavender field, it's in your bottle now. But yeah, anyways, this stuff's great. So I like to use it, on your PowerPoints, or what they're called. And it's similar to the energetic meridians. So I use it on the insides of my wrists. I'll use it on my neck. And sometimes on the back of my knees. If you're having a hard time sleeping, you can use it on the bottom of your feet. If you're really stressed out or something, or really just trying to get zenned out to get into meditation, you could even put it on your temples, maybe kind of on the outsides of your nose. So then you really get that smell, because it goes up. You can smell it quite a bit when it's on your neck, but it's a whole nother experience if you put it on your face. So pretty neat stuff. Love it. Another really great oil for just cleansing, for relieving anxiety, is frankincense. Just creating all around emotional balance, if you will, would be frankincense. And like I was saying earlier, frankincense is in the same family as Palo Santo and myrrh. So it's kind of cool. So yeah, this is an oil made from the frankincense resin. So if you've never smelt it before, you should get some. It's quite a treat. It smells amazing. I would say it's very similar to the smell of Palo Santo, if you've smelled that before. Like I was saying earlier, Palo Santo to me smells like frankincense, but it has kind of a vanilla hint to it. And it's just really earthy, herbally. It's kind of a strong smell, but this one is just a powerhouse for healing, for your emotional body as well as your physical body. It helps aid in so many different ways. So that one right there we actually refer to as the king of oils. And frankincense was actually one of the things that were brought to baby Jesus. So, and this one is rose. Rose is another great one. So rose is amazing at helping with the emotional body. It's pink, so it's amazing to help with emotions. I put it on my PowerPoints again, or on my neck, because it smells amazing. It's actually Damascus roses is what they use, and it smells so good. And it's actually collected from Germany. But then another great place is to put it over your heart. And that really helps too with emotional healing. And if you think about it, rose is pink. The Damascus roses are pink. And so is the rose quartz, is pink. It's quite neat. All right, and then my last oil here, last but not least. This one I really love. It's a Hawaiian Sandalwood. It's sandalwood that comes from Hawaii. And if you've never smelled sandalwood before, you really should. It's so sweet, kind of musky, earthy. Kind of smells like vanilla too. It's amazing. So this is really great if you want to get into just the mode of, getting ready to meditate and things like that. I can already tell I'm getting so much calmer. Smelling all my essential oils, like I'm already feeling the effects of it. So, and the reason being is because our olfactory nerves, they're so pivotal into how our brain functions, like as far as mood. So it's amazing what these different plant compounds do at, to the emotional body, what it does to the brain. So anyway, Hawaiian sandalwood is, what I was trying to say is earlier, it would be amazing to put into a diffuser and then, go ahead and let it go into the air and stuff, and then go ahead and meditate that with that. So again, this sandalwood's really great at like helping you to calm down if you're anxious. It's also really great at balancing your emotions and moods. And this one is also really great for if you need help with sleeping at night. So you can put this on your PowerPoints on the insides of your wrists. You can actually put a little bit on the back of your neck and kind of up to the base of your skull there. And, or, either two, you could just put it into like a little spray and then spray a little bit on your pillow. Same with the lavender. And it works really great too if you're having a hard time, if you have a hard time going to sleep at night and you kind of just sit there and try to count sheep and it doesn't work, those essential oils really help a lot. So that's worth giving a shot too. So another really important spiritual tool that I like to use that, maybe not a lot of us really think about, that we have access to, in our homes, is water. So doing like a salt bath, like take any type of, I would use like a natural salt, like a Himalayan salt or Dead Sea salt. There's so many different types of amazing salts out there. And so you want to put a little bit of salt in that tub, in that hot water, and fill up your tub with that, and then put in that salt, and then you could too, like I always love to add this little bit of lavender oil in there just to make it that much better. But the reason for salt, and you want to go with like a natural type of salt, is because there's so many different minerals that are so beneficial to our bodies, to like relaxing the muscles and different things. And salt and water, they actually clear the energy. So, you know, when you're feeling like too stressed out and stuff like that, it's amazing to sit there in a salt bath, because of course it's warm, it starts to release those muscles, the salt starts to release those muscles, but then it's actually doing an energetic cleanse as well. And so that's why water is so important. So you can do a salt bath, but honestly, like just a nice long hot shower, that helps just as much to help just cleanse and get rid of, you know, all that stress, all that toxic energy, that negative, you know, the negative emotions or moods. Like, it helps so much. So yeah, I would give that a shot. And then another really great thing that I've actually recently started doing, and it's super interesting to me, and it's a thing called moon water. And I should have brought my moon water in here, but I didn't. But basically what it is you can use either filtered water, but it would be amazing if you could use, like, you know, in a glass bottle, get some natural spring water, because it's going to be, you know, more natural, less processed. You know, there won't be chemicals or traces of chemicals, because even if you use a filter on tap water, you know, unfortunately there's still trace chemicals in there. So if you can use like some natural spring water, use that. And then what you want to do is get a glass container and fill it up, and then you just place your intentions on it. And then of course it's during the full moon. So you can do it a day before the full moon or a day after the full moon, because then you will get still the energy of the full moon. So take for instance, just recently we had a full moon in Virgo, and that's when I made my moon water. So the full moon in Virgo, the moon water will actually take on the traits of Virgo. So the water will be set with the intentions of good health, for instance, prosperity. So the moon water, you want to like put it in a place where it can actually have the light from the moon shine down on the water bottle, and so that it can set in those intentions. And then what also helps too is you want to, you know, maybe create some type of a label and write down your intention specifically that you want for that new moon, or that full moon, excuse me. And so write those intentions down and hold the water, and then actually feel those things. So like I was saying with the Virgo full moon that just happened. So I intend health and wellness and well-being in my body, mind, and soul. That was one of the ones that I did. I intend prosperity. I intend abundance in all forms. I intend financial abundance. You know, the list goes on. And so, of course, like, you know, you hold that bottle, you know, the fake bottle in my hands. You hold the bottle and you write down those intentions, and then you go through and you intend it, and you actually feel those feelings and put that energy from you into the water. And then go ahead and, you know, it's winter in some places right now, and so you don't want to stick it outside because then it'll freeze and crack and break. So if you can just have like maybe a windowsill or something like that, and I have like a sliding glass door where I can just put it on the ground and then the moon just comes right in. So you know, and then you just leave that overnight, and then in the next morning you just pick it up, and then you just want to like store it away someplace. But it's really good to label your moon water, so if you keep doing it, you don't forget which one is what. And it's really great to have because, you know, like for instance, the healing energies of Virgo, we only have one full moon in Virgo per year. You know, each sign has a full moon, and it's only one time per year. So it's, you know, I made up a little bottle of moon water, and that, you know, will kind of just give you a little boost. Like, you know, if, I don't know, for instance, say in May or something, I'm just feeling really sick and kind of off and just not feeling well. And or say, you know, maybe my materialistic abundance is really lacking or something, and I just need kind of a little pick-me-up positive boost, then you would just use that moon water. You can do that as an intention in a prayer, kind of, you know, make kind of a little ceremony of it. Or you can also, like, you know, just make a little intention and just drink a little bit of it and move on. So, you know, and that's the interesting concept, the whole moon water. And it took me a little while to kind of get on the train of the moon water, because I'm a pretty skeptical person, which, you know, maybe seem kind of a little like odd, because, you know, I have a spiritual channel, I have a spiritual based practice and stuff, and I help people with spirituality, but I wasn't always this way. You know, my nature is definitely to be skeptical. I think for myself. I don't just go with the crowd. I don't believe what I'm told all the time. Like, I have to figure things out for myself. And so when I found out about all these different things, like throughout the last 17 years of my life with spirituality, and it wasn't something that I just, like, you know, heard a story from somebody and was like, oh yeah, I'll try that. It's like I'm open to the idea, but I'm still very skeptical, because I'm not going to just believe anything. So I think that's important for all of us to have, is discernment. So the reason back to moon water, the reason I finally decided to give it a chance is because, I don't know if you've heard of the study where they've actually, just look anywhere online, you can probably find it, and I can't remember the exact name of it, but basically there's this study done where they took jars of water, and I think it was for like a month or maybe a bit longer, and they actually you know, put intentions, like said every day, like, I love you, into this jar, and held it and felt love. I love you. And then this jar was, I hate you, I really dislike you. And then they felt hatred and held this jar. And then this other one was neutral. And yeah, so it was crazy, because the ones with hate actually started to form like a type of bacteria. And then the one that was neutral kind of did too. So it's just interesting to me that that water actually will rearrange its particles to fit that. So, like, you know, even if you've like looked at like a snowflake, I mean, all the intricate little patterns and stuff like that. And then of course, you know, like, we are a majority of water. And so the purpose of moon water, or creating a water with intention in the bottle, is if we are, say, really down and out and really going through a lot of stuff and having a lot of toxic hard emotions, and say it's been a long stretch, like say it's been multiple days, maybe a week, well, you want, like, if you want like a boost to help kind of swing and change your mood, is take that water that has a positive intent and ingest that, and it'll help to rechange everything that's going on in your body. So it's just kind of an interesting concept. So if you want, give that a try too. And then I would say that the last but not least, to me, it might be one of the most important spiritual tools out there, is to pray. So, You know, it sounds simple, but it's not. And it's so important, like, just to pray, to just open up that connection, open up that conversation with God, the universe, the angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, the ascended masters, your passed on loved ones, like whatever it is that you believe in, whoever it is that you think is your divine support team, like it's so important to connect with them on a daily basis. Like I actually pray a couple times. Sometimes if I'm going through a lot of shit, like sometimes I'll pray multiple times a day. Like it's so important to do. And I think a lot of us can forget to do that. So, you know, and just ask them if you're feeling like, you know, upset and you need to cleanse your energy and you just don't feel like, you know, smudging has been enough with your prayer and different things, like just to sit there and just pray. It's so important. So yeah, just wanted to bring that up again. Like definitely go out there and pray. So anyway, I think that's about all. I just wanted to, you know, share the different spiritual tools that I've used over the years. They've really helped me out, and I hope that maybe they'll help out you guys as well. So if you like this video, make sure and like, subscribe, and click on the little bell icon so that you can stay in the loop with me and you can stay in tune with what I have coming up down the road. So I mean, I have all different types of awesome little topics that I want to talk about and different things I want to share with you guys. So I would definitely really recommend subscribing and hitting the bell icon. Also too, if you go ahead and under the video look in the description box, I actually have all my information there about how you can get a hold of me if you're interested in some spiritual mentoring. I also do essential oil advising, and I do sell the essential oils as well. So anyways, I have other services down there, but just go ahead and take a look down at the information box below on how to get a hold of me. All right, guys. Well, I hope that video resonated with you and that you got some good information out of it. So that is all for today, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Stay healthy, happy, and strong. I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.